Guys, welcome to IB360. Today I will start with classification of lipids. So lipids are classified into three main categories: simple lipids, compound lipids, and derived lipids. Under simple lipids we have fats and oils and waxes. So fats and oils are nothing but falling under true fats or neutral fats. Simple lipids, they are basically esters of fatty acids and glycerol. Glycerol, it's a trihydric alcohol, and fatty acids, water fatty acids, I have already discussed them in details in my previous video. So simple lipids are esters of those two substances or substrates. Now compound lipids would have these things, but in addition to them some extra elements like phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen. So they are again divided into phospholipids and glycolipids, and then we have derived lipids, which are almost lipid-like substances, not exactly lipids but lipid-like, and hence they are derivatives of lipids. They are again divided into steroids, prostaglandins, terpenes, carotenoids, etc. So over the course of the next few videos, I will discuss all these things in details. But for today, we will mainly focus on fats and oils. So today's class is on neutral or true fats, the first category of lipids, this one. You see here, we have one beautiful word mentioned, that is triglycerides. So fats and oils, they are triglycerides. They can be simple triglycerides, they can be mixed triglycerides. So what is the meaning of this word triglyceride? Let's see. Triglycerides, because they are formed due to esterification of three molecules of fatty acids and one molecule of trihydric alcohol or glycerol, or according to IUPAC nomenclature, trihydroxypropane. So this is the idea of triglyceride. The prefix tri originates from the idea that we are requiring three fatty acid chains in the process. So this is glycerol, which is trihydroxypropane. That means we have three carbon in the main parent chain, and we have three hydroxyl group associated with each carbon atom. And so it was like this. This is trihydroxypropane, and this combined with the OH group of the carboxyl carbon of each fatty acid. We have three fatty acids. This is one, this is second, and this is third. So these three are individual fatty acids, and this is one whole entire molecule of trihydroxypropane. So with each fatty acid OH, this H leaves as water molecule. Okay, so this H couples with OH of the carboxyl group of each fatty acid. So carboxyl group is COO and COH, and the rest are group of fatty acid. This is the basic formula of fatty acids. So with this entire thing comes out, and the H group of the OH in alcohol comes out, and these two couple with each other and forms water and leave the scene. And that is a classic esterification method. So due to esterification, whatever is produced is triglyceride, formed due to trihydric alcohol or glycerol and fatty acid chains. And why 3? Because we need 3 fatty acids. As simple as that. Now, the next thing is, if the fatty acids attached to glycerol happens to be 2, then that will be diglyceride. If 2 fatty acid chains are associated. If 1, then monoglyceride. Okay, as simple as that. Now, in fats, the 3 fatty acids which we get, these 3 fatty acids, they are only rarely similar. Okay, they are rarely similar, these 3 fatty acids. Mostly they are dissimilar. Some examples of fatty acids, some examples of fats where the three fatty acids are same would be tripalmitin, triesterin, and triolin. So the first thing is pure fats, and second would be mixed fats, and that is why in the previous slide here simple and mixed triglycerides were mentioned. Simple or mixed, that means they are talking about the R group of the fatty acid chain. This group. If all are R, and R, then that will be pure. If this is R1, this is R2, this is R3, it will be mixed. As simple as that. And mixed fats are only common. Pure fats are very rare. Pure fats are very rare. Some examples: tripalmitin, then triesterin, these. Triolin also. These are examples of pure fats. Mixed fats, very famous example would be butter, where all three R groups are dissimilar. So this is one molecule of triglycerides. Okay, you should observe the esterification process very carefully, and if still you haven't understood, you can mention your doubts in the comment section. I'll try to address them. So this is the R group, and as you can see, all these are similar R's. So this is an example of pure fat. Now this was one type of classification. Okay, one more important thing is fats are always named after their fatty acids. So a fat is both alcohol as well as fatty acid, but after the fatty acids they are named. Like dipalmitostearin or stereoleopalmitin. So they are not named after the alcohol, rather after the fatty acid chain. I had already discussed certain fatty acid names like linoleic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acid. So see triolin. That means what? So there would be one glycerol and three oleic acid as fatty acids. Because these are pure fats, so all three fatty acids would be oleic acid. But if we have dipalmitostearin, if this is a name of a fat, then can you guess the formula? Yes, you can. So we have one glycerol and we are supposed to have three fatty acids, two of which will be palmitic acid and one will be stearic acid. So with these three, glycerol will undergo esterification because dipalmito, so that means two palmitic acid and one stearic acid. Similarly, if the name is palmito-oleostearin, okay, if the name is palmito-oleostearin, name of the fat, can you guess the formula? Of course you can. So one, we will have the glycerol, because obviously it will be a triglyceride because we have three fatty acid names over here, so it is a triglyceride. So one glycerol with a glycerol has three hydroxyl group, trihydroxypropane, obviously. So with one glycerol, these three fatty acids will bind. Which three? One will be palmitic acid, one will be oleic acid, and the last will be stearic acid. So with these three fatty acids, this trihydroxypropane will undergo esterification. It will lose three water molecule in the process and establish this formula of triglyceride. I hope you have got this naming part. Okay, now the next thing is the commercial classification of fats. Now commercially, So the earlier thing was depending upon their structure. The fats are classified into pure fats and mixed fats depending upon this R value. If this R value is similar in all three cases, then they will be pure fats. If dissimilar, mixed fats. And these are the common ones. And these are rare. Hardly fats are existing in pure state. But this is a commercial classification which now I'm going to discuss. So for commercial use, fats are differentiated into hard fats and oils. Okay, fats are differentiated into hard fats and oils. In your textbooks also you will get a glimpse of this concept. I hope so. So what are oils? Oils are those fats which are liquid at room temperature. So they would be liquid at 20 degrees centigrade, say, and they have a low melting point, like groundnut oil, cottonseed oil, rapeseed oil, mustard oil, etc. And the low melting property of oils, that is actually the property of the fatty acid. Okay, so that is not the property of the alcohol, the glycerol. Okay, so see what I'm going to say. One is they have a low melting point. Second is low melting point is an attribute of the fatty acid chain and not the glycerol, because triglycerides are formed in that fashion. They are nothing but esters of glycerol and fatty acids. But this time the low melting point of oils, that is an attribute of the fatty acid chain. Okay. So oils which are which have these properties of low melting point oils, they are richer in either unsaturated fatty acids or fatty acids having small carbon chain. Okay, so these fatty acids will have either unsaturation or short R group. Okay, so this R group, either this will be short, that means small, or there would be double bonds. So these two properties the fatty acid chain must showcase, and only then the low melting point property can be achieved. Okay, so PUFA is related to this particular topic. The full form of PUFA is polyunsaturated fatty acids. Poly means many, so many unsaturation in that R group, as you can see in this particular diagram. So we have more than one double bonds, and these polyunsaturated fats are recommended by physicians having for patients having hypertension or high blood cholesterol or other cardiovascular diseases. And edible oils with PUFA would be sunflower oils, safflower oils, etc. Okay, then comes hard fats. So hard fats, they would be solid at room temperature. So they would be solid at 20 degree Celsius, and they contain large or long chain saturated fats. So they contain long chain saturated fatty acids, for example animal fat. And butter is soft because it contains good quantity of short chain fatty acids. Okay, that is why it is soft, otherwise it is also supposed to be hard in room temperature. So this is all about neutral or true fats. If you have any question, please write down them in the comment section below, and till then stay safe. Thank you guys.